So Lisa, when we spoke on the phone, you sounded like you're at the end of your world. What exactly is happening here?
The activity's at a level that's just out of control at this point.
One of the main reasons I took the case is because there's kids involved. Who exactly lives in the house?
No, mine has an hour, we call it. Our crazy eight.
Now, all 6 kids having experiences?
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys all move in together?
No, it was me and my ex-husband and our 3 children. We were here about a year and a half. Then he and I separated and started the divorce. When we moved in, his personality was slowly escalating from divorce. Like, all outfits of rage, 0 patience, daily attack is what it felt like.
And this was not what you dealt with before you moved in the house?
No, not like this.
So Lisa, not to pick on you, but why would you stay in a house that you think might cause you a divorce?
My family's been here since as long as I can remember.
So this house is not just a house to you, it's memories.
Yeah.
Did you have experiences in this house when you were younger?
Yeah. The biggest one is I can remember just walking up the staircase, and it was like you'd scramble to get upstairs as soon as you were behind me trying to get you.
So Lisa, if you can, just give me an idea of what you guys are going through.
You smell things. There's been a number of apparitions, shadow figures. Started to get physical.
Have you done anything to try to combat what's here?
Brought in a pagan high priestess to do a cleansing ritual.
Did it work?
Got better for a little while before it would kind of come back again and escalate from there.
Do you think what's here is dangerous?
Absolutely. And what's already happened to me, I don't want happening to the kids.
How are you holding up?
Not very well. It's hard on everybody. It's hard to watch them be put through it. You know, if it were just me, it would be one thing.
So what are you hoping we can do for you?
Given what we've done hasn't worked, if there's any other way to stop the activity, to eliminate the fear, and make it a home again. The deck feel like the living are fighting with them. They're being mean to them, and they're trying to hurt them.
Do they say what the living are doing to them?
I'm trying to get that. Living temporarily put them in blackness. The intention from the living is not good. I'm seeing a woman and a man. They're a rowdy couple. I think maybe they liked Bonnie and Clyde. They're drinking, they're smoking. The woman says, "This is where we hide from the living."
Okay, Lisa, so what kind of experiences do you have?
There's voices all over the house. You can hear it no matter where you are. Just like somebody's talking in another room.
Can you make out if it's a male or female?
There's only one male voice I've heard in the bedroom. And you wake up to somebody yelling, "Hey," real loud.
What else?
You get an odd fragrance from time to time. And I say odd because they're nothing that would pertain to us.
So describe the smells to me.
There's cologne, tobacco smoke of some kind.
Okay. So where do you smell?
The cologne's a little bit of everywhere. The smoke is only upstairs.
Nothing's wrong?
Nobody smokes.
Hey you guys, what's going on? It's Klaus and thank you for tuning in to today's episode. We're going to be covering the base build of my Town Hall 8 base. You guys have been requesting, you guys have been asking, and I'm going to deliver, okay? So this is my Town Hall 8 base, and it actually defends very well. As you can see, I'm in the Master League, and it does get 3-star by upper Town Hall levels. That is always going to be the case. But against Town Hall 8s, it defends surprisingly well, guys. So, I'm going to go through, I'm going to wipe out the entire base, let's remove all, and you and I are going to build it together. This is not a speed build where, you play some poppy music and you get to, build it, you have to pause it over and over again. I don't like speed builds. I used to, but I don't anymore. I like explaining how the base works. and also talking my way through building it. So guys, if you want to build my Tunnel 8 base, get ready, because we're going to get this thing going. So, let's go and start out in the very middle. You guys know the center marker of the base. The entire map is 44 by 44 blocks. That means that there's no center block, but there is a center intersection, and this little marker shows that center. So, we're going to put our Dark Elixir in the very middle. This is an excellent Dark Elixir protection base, and I think it works very, very well. I'm not entirely sure if the Dark Elixir is the top corners on that marker, or if it's in the middle, but we're going to put the top corner of the Dark Elixir storage on that marker. Now, right above it, we're going to put in the Clan Castle, because if you got Clan Castle troops, you definitely want to make sure that they're in a good position to where they can defend an unexpected attacker. They cannot lure your Clan Castle with this base, as far as I'm aware of. Anyway, so the next thing is, as we continue building the core of our base, is we're going to put a whole bunch of archer towers, because archer towers are the best overall defending base, or a defending defense for things like dragons and balloons and stuff, but also for the king and the queen. If you get attacked by Tunnel 9, the archer tower is definitely an excellent and amazing defense to put in. So we're going to put in 4 of these, and we're actually going to offset them by 1 space. We're going to grab this guy, we're going to knock him over, up 1, we're going to knock this guy up 1 as well. And then right below the Dark Elixir storage, we're going to put in the Town Hall corner to corner, just like so. And once you do that, guys, we're going to start building our walls. The first pieces of walls, this is going to be the center, the center compartment here, and we're going to go all the way out to here. I believe that is where we want to be. Yeah, alright, so we're going to go all the way over to here, and the way you can tell that you're right is if you extend it, it's going to go right past the archer towers, but we don't want to go that far. We actually want to go, we only want to go over 2 clicks, so you've got 3 walls that are going up kind of to the left, and we'll go up 1, and then we'll go over to the corner. So how many walls we're going to go over? So we're going to go back to the bottom, and we're going to go over all the way to the same tile, to where if you go all the way over, it is just right next to that arch tower, but we're only going to go over 2 again, right? Yeah, I've got my reference map right here. So we go over 2, 1 up, and there is your center compartment. Now that's not everything that goes in the compartment. There's a lot of key things that goes on in this compartment. The first thing I want to mention are the Teslas, guys. You got 3 Teslas, so we're going to throw them in on. It doesn't really matter exactly where they are. I mean, I would recommend, because most people are right-handed, you might want to put both of them on the right-hand side, but it's also good to throw people off, so we put the second one on the left-hand side. Also, I'm going to put in my skeleton traps, guys. My skeleton traps are very important to put in here, because if you do get a king, or like a P.E.K.K.A. or some tanky troop, and they kind of make their way into the base, you definitely want to keep them nice and distracted. So guys, I'm going to put those kind of directly 1 click away from the Dark Elixir storage there. And then the last thing that's in this compartment is a Seeking Your Mind. We'll just go ahead and put it right up there next to that Clan Castle. That's just in case you get, someone's kind of trying to come in from the back end and take you out with some sort of air attack. You get the Seeking Your Mind to help you out. Now we're going to start building the rest, and the rest is kind of the key to the whole base. I mean, the fact that this center compartment is the way it's designed, it works very well, but what is next, guys? What is next? Let's start at the bottom, and I'm just going to kind of build by reference. That means that I'm going to put every building on my map tile by tile, okay? And I'll explain why things are in certain places. There's no magical formula for every building, but there is definitely some magical formula for some of the buildings. And these trash buildings on the inside can be replaced by any building. So instead of putting the elixir storage down, you can put the gold storage down there. That's up to you. And then a gold mine right next to it. And notice, okay, so this is corner to corner with the walls. This one's 1 tile away from the walls. It's also 2 spaces away from the elixir storage. The next is going to be a builder's hut. Now, I do have 5 builder's huts. If you have less than 5, you might have a harder time making the base work out perfectly, but at the same time, I don't think you're going to have a problem, because I've seen a lot of Town Hall 8s with this base design. We're going to put the builder's hut, and then we're going to put the gold storage. It is up next to the wall, so that it is within the range of all these defenses here. And then that'll do it for that direction. Let's turn around and go back the other way. Another gold mine, 2 away from the elixir storage, 1 away from the wall, and then another builder's hut. So where did I put my builder's huts. There's our builder's hut. And it's going to be 2 clicks away from that gold mine, and again, 1 click away from the wall, and then another gold storage. And that's 1 click away from the builder's hut and right next to the wall. Now, there's other walls that are in this base design, so we're going to go ahead and put those in now. We're going to use the gold storage as a reference for how to start it, and the walls kind of hook around the gold storage. So we're going to put a wall right off the corner, right off the left corner of the gold storage, and then we're going to go down all the way until it intersects with the first tile in the builder's hut, okay? And then we're going to start, just kind of follow my lead, guys. 1 click to the right, 1 click to the left, 1 click to the right, 2 clicks to the left, and then 2, 4 to the right. All right, so that I know it's an interesting base, it's an interesting design, but it's good because it really deters things and keeps them away from your storages. And then we're going to put one wall right. Just going to make sure I'm in the right spot right there, and that's going to fill in that blank space so there's no spawning on that side. And then we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. At least I think it's it's the exact same. We're going to start on the first tile of the builder's hut, go all the way up to the gold storage, and we're going to wrap around the corner of the gold storage. So that's 1 up to the left, 1 to the right, 1 to the left, and we're going to go 2 to the right, and then 2 to the left, and then another 2 to the left. And then finally we'll put a wall right there. So that is the walls for the inside compartment, guys. I like how it looks. It's got this really interesting look to it that I really like a lot. All right, so let's continue with the buildings up next to the core. We have all the other storage. We got the elixir storage, so we'll put this one kind of, you know, obviously right next to the wall, but also a click away from this wall barrier here. And what's next after that? Dark elixir drill, of course. We need to keep those babies nice and protected. So we'll put that one click away from the wall, 2 away from the elixir storage, and then where's that gold storage? There's the gold storage. It's going to be corner to corner with the wall there. We'll put the other dark elixir drill right here, 1 away from both, and then the last elixir storage here. It's gonna be get them in at the end. No, not the spring trap. We're gonna put a few just standard little bombs. I've seen a lot of little archer raids get completely demolished by these bombs right here. So we'll put 4 bombs up on the top corner by the gold storage. We're also gonna fill in some traps on the bottom side. So where is an air bomb? We'll put an air bomb right there next to that gold storage. We're also gonna put some giant bombs, a bunch of giant bombs. These giant bombs are absolutely clutch, guys. Probably the most important trap placement in the entire base. Giant bomb next to the between the hut and the gold mine. We're gonna put another giant bomb between the gold mine and the elixir storage. We'll put a seeking air mine actually right there next to that town hall between the giant bomb and the town hall. We're gonna put a couple of bombs in between. Where'd the bombs go, guys? There's the bombs. All right, put a couple of bombs in between the elixir storage and the gold mine. We're gonna put a giant bomb in between the gold mine and the builder's hut. And that's actually all the bombs, guys. So we already put all the bombs down on the base, and that does the entire inside compartment right there. Okay, so here's what we got going on so far. We have the center core with some defenses. We have a trash ring around the center core. Now what we need to build is the defensive ring around the trash ring. The defensive ring is going to lead giants around the base while they get shut down and taken out by a bunch of traps. So let's start with where we started earlier. Get rid of that spring traps. It keeps trying to sneak up on us. All right, so using this elixir storage as a reference, we're going to start building this base. We're going to put in the wizard tower. We're going to go 1 click down and 1 click over from the elixir storage. Then we're going to put in a bomb tower. The bomb tower is the only bomb tower for a Town Hall 8. It needs to be basically riding kind of... Actually, wait a second. Yeah, that'll work right there. Okay, so the bomb tower and the wizard tower kind of right next to each other. Very dangerous, but a lot of people attack from the south, and so putting them right next to each other is actually a great, excellent combination to do. Now let's go to the left. I guess I'm feeling going to the left. After that, we're going to put a cannon. That one's actually right next to it as well. Let's go down one. So it's sharing a. Actually, we got to go up one. You don't want any of those spawn holes, guys. Those spawn. So we'll put the cannon in there, and then let's start just putting in defenses along the line. We're going to go over 2 and down 2, and there you go. All right, two tiles away from that, and 1 tile away from the wall is the air defense, followed by the cannon. We're going to actually put the cannon right there, and I feel like I am off just a little bit, guys. So let me make sure I'm doing it all right here. The wizard tower is actually supposed to be 1 click over. My apologies, guys. That would have thrown everything off from now until morning. So we'll go and adjust it now before we mess everything up. Just like so. Okay, there we go. So I apologize, guys. The wizard tower is next to good protection for that elixir storage. Bomb tower and cannon all kind of mixed together. Then we got 2 spaces between all of these defenses, and then the cannon kind of in that first corner of that wall compartment. And then we'll put a wizard tower. It's going to be in line with the corner and 1 up from the corner of this wall compartment there. And then we'll put in a mortar, and that mortar will be 2 clicks away from the wizard tower and 2 clicks away from the elixir storage. Guys, you want to also keep in mind that there will be defenses, or like traps in between all these defenses. We'll be doing that here in a moment. So after the mortar, we'll put in a cannon. That's going to be 2 clicks away from the cannon, 1 click away from the dark elixir drill. Next, we'll put in another air defense, and of course you've noticed all the air defenses are nice and separate. The air defense is going to be bordering right next to the gold storage, and then right next to the air defense is going to be the sweeper. And I've got the sweeper pointing south right now. If you find that another direction works better for you, then go for it, put it in. Next thing we're going to do is a cannon. The cannon actually is 2 clicks away from the sweeper, 1 click away from the dark elixir drill, then 2 away from that is the mortar, and then 2 away from that, and 1 down is going to be the wizard tower, followed by the archer tower coming in that first corner of the wall. Notice the first corner from the bottom, that's where that archer tower is. And then continuing down the line, guys, we've got our air defense. It's going to be 1 click away from the wall and 2 clicks away from the archer tower, and then the mortar 2 clicks away from the air defense, and then a cannon right in between. Actually, let's go ahead and put that cannon 2 clicks away from the mortar as well. And if you notice, guys, we have no more defenses. We do have traps, but we have put down all the defenses on the base. And right now, as you can see, they're in a beautifully, nicely compact ring around the core, but outside of the trash ring. And again, that's going to distract all of the defensive targeting troops, like giants, like hogs, like golems. Everything is going to just kind of follow the ring, and as long as they, as long as they follow that path, which they almost always do, the attacker's going to have a hard time. So there's your defensive ring, guys. Barbarian King is trying to sneak in, but I'm not ready for him. Now let's put in a few of the traps, guys. So between this air defense and the mortar, we're going to put in a spring trap, and it needs to be in the center of this air defense here.
Why do I hate them so much? Well, since more people started wearing Dr. Scholl's massaging gel insoles, no one is...
Next thing, we're going to go up and we're going to put another spring trap next to this mortar on the bottom tile. There's 3 tiles in and it gets a massive balloons or something of that nature. We're going to put the spring trap in the middle between the mortar and that cannon there. We're going to put another air bomb right next to this wizard tower. We're going to put a spring trap over here next to this air defense in the middle, and we're going to put another spring trap right here by this cannon, between the cannon and the mortar, and then finally the last air bomb is go down here on the south. So we're going to work on the trash and the external wall now. So I think the best way to continue this is we're going to put Wizard Tower there. We've got an air bomb chilling next to the builder's hut, and then we have the army camp. Now, just like my Town Hall 9 base build that I did, or Town Hall 10 base build that I just did, the army camps are in the corner, and the army camp's going to be in every corner. So that's a tele next to the Archer Tower, and then the army camp is going to be one click into hanging out that dark barracks. So it's not corner to corner like this, it's going to be one click over. That should line up everything just fine there. So if we come up to the northern corner, we're going to put in one wall, and it's going to fit in the middle right there by that air defense, and then off, not corner to corner with that wall, but one click up is where that army camp goes there. And just double checking, yep, everything looks good. And then if we go over to the left side, we're going to put in another builder's hut. It's going to be lined up with the bottom of this cannon here. And then we're going to put in the army camp, not corner to corner with the builder's hut, but one click down from that builder's hut. So let's make sure everything is lined up before we continue. I'm going to put my wall in on the bottom here, and like right up next to that army camp, and I'm going to ride it all the way up and make sure everything lines up. That worked out good. Awesome. Let's go up to this side here, everything lined up good there, off to the corner. Remember, guys, these walls are right next to these army camps, not one space away or two spaces away. And there you go, guys. We have our square. It's looking good, guys. And we have used all of our builders, so all of our walls. We've used all of our walls so far. So now let's fill in the trash ring, and the trash ring doesn't have any magical formula to it. If you want to put in certain buildings, certain places, you're more than welcome to. The trick to the base is the ring of defenses around the core with the trash ring in the middle before the center compartment. That's the magical equation. So if you want to put different buildings in there, you're more than welcome to, but I'm going to follow mine exactly the way I had it before. So let's start at the bottom, and let's put in the barrack, and that's going to fit in right there. I'm going to put it up against the wall here. And then next thing is another barrack. It's going to be 2 spaces away from the first barrack. And then we're going to put in a gold mine. It's going to be 2 spaces away. All these seem to be 2 spaces away up to the corner. So another gold mine. And then let's put in an elixir collector right in the middle. So 1 space is away from everything. And that fills in all the spaces. There's no spawn circles in the bottom left-hand side. Now we're going to put some stuff in the bottom, or the top left-hand side. We're going to put the Barbarian King right here. And notice if we put it 1 space on the wall, we have a spawn spot. So we're actually going to click him and bring him a little closer to the core. And there you go. There's no spawn spot there. I moved a wall on accident. There we go. And next is the Spell Factory. We're going to put it 2 clicks away from the Barbarian Altar. And it's actually corner to corner with the mortar. Let's put in the Dark Barracks right here. And again, it doesn't matter which one you put where. They're all 3x3 trash buildings, so it doesn't matter where they are. Elixir Collector there, and then we'll put a barracks right in that spawn square. So that one's looking good. Everything looks like it's well in line. Now let's put in the Builder's Hut, and this one's location is tricky. We're gonna do 2 away from the outside wall, 2 away from the individual wall, and 1 away from the army camp. That way everything is nice and filled in. We're gonna put an elixir collector right up next to the wall, 1 away from the Builder's Hut. Now let's put the Darkspell Factory 2 away from the elixir collector. Let's put a gold mine 2 away from the Darkspell Factory, and then let's put in the wonderful laboratory, and that one's going to fill in the gaps there. 2 away from both the army camp and the gold mine, and that actually completes our quit moving walls, buddy. All right, that's going to fill in all these spawn spots in the top right-hand side of the base. Now let's fill in the bottom right, and this should finish off the entire base. Let's put in the elixir collector 1 space away from everything, the wall, the army camp, the archer tower, and the dark barracks. We're going to put in an elixir collector right up next to the wall, and not corner to corner with the army camp or the air defense, but 1 in, so that'll work there. And then 2 away from that one, we'll put another one, and then 2 away from that one, we'll put the gold mine. And then finally, the last building is going to be this barracks, 2 away from the army camp and 2 away from the gold mine, guys. And that actually finishes up our our base build. That was actually pretty smooth. No mistakes besides the little Witch Tower mistake at the beginning, but everything looks like it went very, very smoothly, guys. You can actually go, let's go into photo mode right here so we can see everything nicely. Anyway, guys, so that is the base. This is the tunnel light base that I've been using. It works very, very well. The fence ring around there keeps everything very distracted. All the traps down here really defends that town hall in the dark looks very well. The trap locations in between the defenses sends hogs flying, and it's just an awesome